Ooh, testing out that little soundboard, man. Welcome to the War Report. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. Quan, how are you doing? While I fix my microphone.
Yeah, you got the crazy echo. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing really good. Was that the alternate version of our theme song? I haven't heard that in so long.
Yeah, we have two themes. Provided by the homeboy Javier Go Midas, great South Florida producer and rapper. He gave me two versions. We only been playing this one version because it's on the template that I've been using for GarageBand. But yeah, what is it? We got this one, which is the one that we normally been using.
The classic.
Yeah, so we have two versions of the thing.
I got a hot take. Put it out there right now. Our song is way better. Our song is way better than A Show song.
Oh wow! You know what?
Way
Not
better.
Getting into that.
Way better.
The niggas about to shoot.
Way better.
But our shit is hard.
Shout out the Rewriter's Room song too. I fuck with that one too.
The Rewriter Room definitely got the best song on the network. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think so too.
That is definitely the best song in the network. But yeah, it's been quite an eventful week in wrestling, to say the damn least. I don't even know where to start really with
there's so many things
going on. Would you like I guess there's only one major topic, so
yeah, I mean, I think it's like it expands into so many other things that we might want to start off with, the main thing.
It's a big blooming tree. All right, I got my notes up. All right, we're all fine, we're great. So now we're getting into the choices. Vince McMahon retires. First, he gave up his CEO spot. Then, Stephanie moved in to become interim. Then he just says, you know what? I think it's time for me to go. And then he just said, I'm 77 and I'm out of here. Peaced out on Twitter.
Yeah, he did that's the most Vince way to retire too. Just off a tweet. Nothing crazy, no fanfare, no nothing. I'm out of here. Y'all got it from here. Y'all making it hot. I'm out of here, bro.
That boy said peace. So, and then a follow-up article from the Wall Street Journal. Just more money is in more play than we thought, I guess. And then they're just it might have been your personal dollars, like with the big air quotes. That's not a good look. You gotta go. I think like him using the money that he was making from WWE, I guess, was like enough for them to just be like, no. So to people thinking that he's still people thinking that the affair is what played into this. No, it was embezzlement.
It was definitely that,
which is
whatever.
Yes, that cracked the door for this shit, but what ultimately got him out of here is the embezzlement. And I guess he didn't see it as embezzlement because it was for whatever fucking reason. But Vince, man, crazy, bruh. All we gotta say is
what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt you are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
Come on, man. How you get tossed out, bro?
Look. You know what, man? In all seriousness, this is when the eventual documentary comes out about Vince McMahon. It's really interesting to just see his rise and fall because as much as he was a success on his own, and it definitely was no help. He did this on his own. let's not get twisted. He also became his own demise on his own. As the saying is, absolute power corrupts absolutely. At some point, what you were doing in the dark was going to come to the light. And if this was the way Vince was going to go out, I'm not shocked this is the way Vince was going to go out. I knew it was going to be some wild shit. It wasn't going to be a cake and some balloons. I
didn't think that it was going to be embezzlement of all the crimes. I didn't think it was going to be embezzlement. It's definitely kind of like the most harmless, I guess. Just stealing money from your own company.
Out of all the things he's done that we've known, we know.
He literally just coerced women in sexual misconduct, but a couple dollars missing. Get this out of here. A couple, but it's millions and millions.
It was like 16 mil. It's crazy, man. I never thought I'd see this day, at least not anytime soon. I thought, and I'm dead serious, I thought that Vince was gonna die in the gorilla position. That's the way he was gonna go out. He was gonna go out on his last days. He could be like Joe Paterno at Penn State.
I thought that I seriously thought that he might have passed away before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No longer having a job,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just I know this next segment is gonna look like we're having our capes on and stuff like that. We're definitely not condoning any of his actions. I don't know why you would think so, but do you just want to reflect on his impact on wrestling? I know, you have that childhood with the WWE. So it's just just, I guess it must hit different for you. Obviously his legacy is now sort of tainted, whatever, but there's a lot of other shit, how it affected you is not a cosign of his actions. It's just cover our asses here.
Yeah, we gotta put the disclaimer out. Man, it's interesting because Vince McMahon is American pro wrestling. In the last 40, 50 years, there is no American pro wrestling, probably no any kind of wrestling in any country without Vince McMahon's impact. I mean, there's no denying it. He is the greatest fight promoter in history. You can't deny, outside of any allegations, outside of his behavior, his unprofessionalism, anything like that, you can't deny what he's done for this business. There would be no A show without Vince McMahon. You know what I mean? There'd be no Fightful. There'd be no nothing. Everything goes back to him, and it's just really interesting. This is the way he's gone out. I mean, he given me years and years and years of just something to look forward to on Monday or a Tuesday or a Friday or a Wednesday since middle school. And I mean, I gotta give him his credit. I can't, you can't not give Vince his credit for what he's done for wrestling. And we can talk about repetitive booking, this or that, but he's also given us some of the greatest moments that people will never forget. As much as we want to try to discredit him, he's the one who gave the okay for these kind of moments to happen. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it sucks that these great things also came from a pretty shitty person from what it seems like. I mean, I don't know the man personally, but it doesn't seem like he was the best
behind closed doors.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
he's definitely not a saint.
It's definitely kind of like an R. Kelly dilemma. I don't think his is that bad. Obviously he's not R. Kelly bad, but you know what I mean?
Okay.
you can acknowledge that. You can acknowledge what he brought to the art while also acknowledging he was pretty shitty. You know what I mean? And I don't feel bad that he got caught up. You get caught up, you do dirt, you get caught eventually. It just kind of is what it is. It's really just, I didn't see this being the way he was gonna go out. 2022 has been wild, man. That's all I know. Just this has been a wild year in wrestling.
We live to see the fall of Vince McMahon.
Insane.
Kind of crazy, bro.
That's wild. I never thought I would see this.
Yeah. But My thoughts, yeah, kind of just echoes of yours. Like, I do appreciate the WWE for the content that it provided, and that being my sort of gateway into wrestling and watching all sorts of wrestling, and then having an opportunity to do this, the A Show Network and all that stuff, connecting with people through wrestling, experiencing WrestleMania with my friends, going to WrestleMania by myself. It's that like. The WWE is still going to keep trucking, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit in a few. But Vince McMahon, rest in piss, dickhead. Pick up a hobby, nigga. Him saying he doesn't have any hobbies is crazy.
That's the other thing I was thinking of. Like, this dude, like, this is his life. Like, WWE, like the creative process, the business stuff. This was his life for decades. Now what's he about to do? He gonna take up golf. He might be a nice. You think he might take up golf or something?
Shit. Invest in some F1 cars, bro. Fuck it. Who cares?
You think the crypto boom?
Nah, I don't think he's. Well,
he had no idea. He had no idea what crypto is. He don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. He was like, I can't see the money.
I'm supposed to pay the hose off.
You think I can pay the hose in crypto?
Pay the hose in crypto? There's no laws. You might be able to get away with that. Can you pay hoes in crypto?
Hoes that accept crypto. You put more than that, man. Come on, man. Why are you selling crypto bucks? But nah, I heard J5 and Mio talk about it. He was just like, yeah, Vince could just get into philanthropy, and I think that would do a lot to kind of scrub out his image a little better. But I don't know. I don't really give a shit what he do.
Yeah, he's rich. Right.
It's not like I was really keeping up with like what he was like doing outside of the WWE before this, so I don't really give a shit now.
I can't see him like going into politics or anything like that. I mean, you see how it went for his wife or his ex-wife. I don't really know what she is at this point.
A contract, shit. Chilling. Fuck it.
Roommate.
Yeah, basically. He's just cooling. But yeah, it is what it is. It's whatever. Next, so the aftermath of Vince's retirement, we get Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan moving, kind of being the twin dragon of WWE, with both being CEO. I don't think that position or like that status for them stays for any like much longer. Surely Stephanie will go back to being chief branding officer, right? Like,
yeah, it seems like I never heard of co-CEOs before, and if it is, I don't think they've lasted very long. I could see brand. I mean, I'm gonna call her Brandy because I'm thinking of AEW. Stephanie going back to chief brand officer, Nick Khan CEO. Nick Khan has been the one doing all the deals for the last couple of years since he's come in, so it would just make sense, and I'm sure all parties are gonna be happy with it. But I think the most important kind of
the thing that reflects this
is where Triple H ended up. He becomes EVP. A couple of days ago, I think maybe a week ago, they named him EVP. And then, just a couple of days later, they announced he's also head of creative. So,
wait, hold on. I just want to preference is EVP of talent relations. So
correct, EVP of talent relations. Correct. So he's gonna be the one, dealing with the Look, man, this is what people ask for. This is literally what the internet had asked for. They've been asking for this for years. This is it. We're going to see what happens. I'm interested.
I cannot wait to see the turn. The turn is going to be hilarious.
The turn is absolutely going to happen, or people are going to deny it and act like, what I mean? It doesn't matter.
I mean,
but
we already kind of saw a turn already. Like, I'm already seeing people posting the Triple H and Booker T shit. And then I'm just like, if you think that's the Triple H that is going to be in talent relations or a head of creative, you're out your fucking mind.
Yeah.
I just think it's silly. It's just like, you want this man ahead of talent creative, and then you post a segment that Vince wrote.
Or I saw somebody bring up Bianca not winning the NXT championship. Why is that such a big deal that she didn't win the NXT championship? Who cares? You see what she's doing now? Who gives a fuck about the NXT women's championship? That's blowing my mind you. They be talking like he was booking her like a scrub. She won a 2-on-4 War Games match. What are you talking about? I don't get it.
It's crazy that, you know, the NXT women's title does not make or break anybody.
It don't even really matter once you hit the main roster. If you want to be honest, Becky never won the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, don't use that example, bro.
Oh, they get mad about that one too.
Don't bring up Alexa Bliss.
Alexa. You know,
I was about to say somebody else, but they got
Carmella.
Yeah,
you know,
it just is what it is. Like, yes, she didn't win the developmental title, so what? Like, Bianca's like literally number one now.
Yeah.
He just gonna boot her. Y'all niggas don't think. Well, moving on. We have Triple H head of creative and EVP of talent relations. I am looking forward to what Triple H is going to be doing, but I think that I don't know if there's going to be a report of like necessarily when his like creative starts. Like, I definitely think he's like sprinkling bits and pieces right now, like with scripts and stuff like that. But like,
yeah,
you would have to assume that WWE creative has written weeks worth of television already, months worth of television already. Yeah, so I'm very curious when, you know, like the foundation is laid, but like when is like, you know, the Triple H foundation like comes in.
We'll see, but yeah, I don't see anything drastic happening for the next couple of months. Maybe not until, you know, the season premiere or after the draft or anything like that. I feel like whatever they got, whatever they got, we'll probably see a whole rehaul presentation of the show. I don't think Kevin Dunn will be there by the time the season premiere comes out.
If Kevin Dunn get clipped and then we suddenly see less camera cuts. I used to pray for times like this.
I used to pray for times like this, man. Yeah, I don't see Kevin Dunn lasting much longer. From what it seems like, I don't think anybody really liked this guy except for Vince. Like, you never heard, like, I don't think I've ever heard positive stories about Kevin Dunn ever. What's his name? I almost said Ryan Dunn. Kevin Dunn. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard Kevin Dunn like positive things about him ever. It's usually pretty bad stories. Like, I see a lot of stuff coming up about how like women would lose pushes because he didn't find them attractive and stuff. You know, just some wild stuff, man. He can go. I look. I don't like seeing people lose their jobs, but Kevin Dunn, he's had a run. I think we move past the need for Kevin Dunn on WWE programming. I think we can find people who do better jobs. And yeah, he's just like a dickhead anyway. So get him out of here. That's all I got.
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, man, we'll literally see what comes from this. You know, people want black and gold again, which I'm just like, Negro, please.
I will say, while you're at that though, Raw, I feel like the matches got some time. Did you watch the MSG Raw?
Yes, I watched the MSG Raw, but what I felt like became like the wrestling show NXT this week. Nigga, these NXT matches were fucking long, yo.
No, they gave Andre Chase a 2-segment match. I said, huh? Andre Chase. What's going on?
We gonna talk about that. Shout out to Andre Chase, man.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I watched the MSG Raw. Like, a lot of matches got time. Like, that main event got
I wish the main event was longer. I felt like it wasn't long enough. Either that or the beatdown was too long, or the heat spot was too long. One or the other. I feel like the finish the final kind of segment of the match, just like it just was like, oh,
I felt like it was a good go home. You know, it left you desiring more. So that's the signs of a good go home show.
That's fine.
Yeah, I liked Raw this week for the most part. I was kind of just watching and like I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, barely paying attention, but from a lot of that I saw, I enjoyed. I think I will be watching, you know, Raw and SmackDown a lot more. Than
just out of curiosity, if anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just want
to see how it feels.
I really want to see how these shows change over time.
Yeah.
And you know, that's kind of the reason why I watch NXT. Like I like seeing it like change over time, at least with like the talent, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting a gigantic overhaul of the shows, but you know, shit, man, we'll see what happens. Tap into the A show, man. I don't know anybody that's listening to this show and not the A show, which would be crazy, but you know, listen to the A show if you want to tap in with the you know, the main roster shows. But next, we got something that I found relatively funny. Wade Keller, PW Torch, reports that AEW wrestlers are feeling optimistic about employment with the WWE now that Vince is gone.
That makes sense. I think a lot of guys and girls were kind of afraid of, you know, Vince McMahon. I think
Adam Cole, especially.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to put names on it, you said that, but it's like I get it because sometimes if you're dealing with Vince or you're dealing with, you know, WWE's philosophies, you may have to you're going to be put in uncomfortable situations where you may have to change your whole character. And, you know, some people are willing to accept that, and some people aren't. You know, the people like Doudrop or like, you know, or Gunther, who was willing to, you know what, say, yeah, I'm not afraid to, you know, shed from what got me here and let's try something different. Let's try something that works for TV. You know, other people kind of were like, nah, I don't want to do that. I think maybe with Triple H, they'll feel like it's more of a collaborative situation. I mean, Triple H himself said it in the meeting, supposedly, that, you know, he wants this to be a more collaborative process. I don't know how available Vince was in those final years. I know Vince always had it was always said that Vince had that open door policy type of deal, but I'm sure that man was super duper busy, and it probably wasn't the easiest to get a hold of him if you were trying to. You know what I mean? So
how I understand it is that yes, it's an open door policy, but
he'll hear you out.
A lot of people, but like, yeah, he'll hear you out. But a lot of people walk away his office not satisfied with how that meeting went, and I was just like, shit, I guess.
Or he'll like Jedi mind trick you into thinking, oh, you know what, your idea is right. So
like John Moxley, he talks about like a meeting with like Vince and like Triple H and stuff like that. And then, you know, he wanted to do the stupid deathmatch shit with Brock Lesnar. And then Triple H had to just be like, yo, man, we can't do this for numbers of reasons. Here is the list of reasons. And then he walked out just like, fucking upset. And it was just like, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, whatever is going to be for, you know, that collaborative project process with Triple H, I'm sure that's going to be all fine and dandy. But for the AEW wrestlers that are feeling optimistic, I hope y'all learn how to work first before y'all go embarrass yourselves at these goddamn tryouts in 2020, whenever the fuck y'all getting out of these contracts.
Oh yeah, if y'all didn't know, Busted Open Radio this today actually, Tony Khan spoke on some contracts he got. He got Adam Cole in a six-year deal. Was it 5 or 6 years?
5-year deal. Apparently, Adam Cole is trapped in AEW till 2027.
You know what? Now I understand why MJF wasn't trying to re-sign it, because I guarantee he probably gave MJF the same kind of contract.
He was trying to do
like
bullshit.
Like, you know, get the fuck out of here.
Shit, I honestly thought, you know, MJF might have actually re-signed or got like a little bit of a bonus since he came back. You know, he showed up at Dynamite. He hasn't shown up since, so I guess it's more of a fuck you situation. I'd rather just sit it out.
Yeah, I know people are still saying that the MJF stuff is kayfabe. I don't think this is kayfabe because they need him on that show
And they're not putting him on the show. Like, it's really fucking bad.
Out of stubbornness, I don't believe that. So I honestly think they're still in some kind of negotiations or some kind of lockout. I hope they figure this shit out. Either they let him do his own thing, or they're going to be sitting there on the shelf until another year and a half. I don't know. It's really it'll be really weird and very stubborn of them to do that.
Another thing is, 2027. Shit. Not to be an ass, but AEW gonna be around.
Yeah, I think they'll be around. They'll be all
right. Is this man gonna be, well to wrestle? Because he's only been there for less than a year and he's already banged the fuck up.
Yeah. And he working less dates. I don't know. I hope he gets his shit, gets right and don't rush out there. It's going to be very, very interesting the next couple of years with I'm very interested to see the public perception, not even public perception, maybe the internet perception of WWE and AEW both. I feel like this is going to affect AEW. And
I'm more interested in, more of like the talent roster front. I honestly can care less what people are going to be saying about this because they're fickle anyway. Literally, as soon as they were just like, as soon as like people were celebrating about Triple H, they were just like, the fucking Booker T feud, and then not putting the NXT title on, like this sort of like, I guess, like smear campaign, or like, the pushback. They're trying their damn hardest. So it is what it is on that. I don't feel like anybody on Twitter are really being genuine with their sort of takes on the matter. So, but the talent front, AEW is supposed to be that safe haven away from Vince McMahon. Now Vince is gone.
Boogeyman is gone now. That's what I'm saying. Like,
what is keeping you in AEW now?
A couple guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm with you. Like, what's stopping you from going over there? I mean, obviously, there's other.
For the folks that got released, whatever. But folks, people that chose not to re-sign, like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Dakota Kai, Stokely. Stokely. Yeah, he chose not to re-sign. Yeah, man, just
Moxley.
Moxley, Brian. Well, with Brian, I know he just wanted to face a new crop of talent, which is just whatever.
It is what it is. He wanted to wild out. He wanted to just bug out and just do whatever for his last couple of years. You know what? I'm really not mad at that. Same with Cesaro. Cesaro was there for like 10 years. It's fine. You want to go wild out and do some stuff for Ring of Honor? Go ahead.
They was not about to open the bag for him. They said, "Come on, man.
They should have paid him.
I guess,
my guy, man. They're my guy."
But yeah. So, and then Malachi Black, he's also said to be there for another 5 years, but we've heard other conflicting things saying that what is it? He's there for 3, but he could opt in for 2, whatever the fuck that meant.
Yeah, player option? What?
Yeah, like a player option. Get a couple more bread, stay a couple more years. But we've been hearing that he wants out. So let's see what happens. Next, did you check out the ROH pay-per-view? I did not.
I watched the opening match. That was the only thing I had time to see, which was the match that was the most important. It was Jonathan Gresham versus
the most controversial.
Claudio Castagnoli for the ROH World Championship. It was, I believe, under 10 minutes? It was good. I've never seen Ring of Honor open a show with a World Championship match. Albeit, I haven't watched Ring of Honor, full time in a long time. But yeah, man, I saw the writing on the wall when Jonathan Gresham came out. He came out with the full-on boo-boo face, no octopus mask, no flag, just a t-shirt, no robe, no nothing. I said, oh yeah, I know what this is. And Yeah, the match was a match. It was a decent match, sub 10 minutes, but yeah, I think the stuff that led up to it, the interviews and the press he was doing, just talking about how he had no real communication with Tony Khan. I believe the word he said was the little he did was it was very short, and he means very short. He made sure to say that twice. That he must have been playing into that. He must. I don't know. The short thing, because he also had comments about is him being short in wrestling, him not being ashamed of that. I feel like something really triggered whatever was going on. I feel like somebody probably pulled him to the side backstage. Not saying it's Tony Khan, but somebody was like, "Hey, bro, you're too small to be the ROH champion. We need to move that off to somebody else." Probably in a nicer way, but I kind of feel like that's what happened. I feel like somebody slid him like, "Yo, you too small for that, dog."
Them niggas said, "Hey, man, you're gonna be wrestling Cesaro," and he was just like, "I win, right?"
What do you think?
Hey, man, I ain't never seen Jonathan Gresham's work in ROH. I'll say that. I have not been interested in ROH for quite some time. I thought Jonathan Gresham's match at Bloodsport 2 against Masada, I forgot his last name. I'm so sorry. Don't kill me, guys, but I'm not going to waste brain power trying to remember. I thought that match was really cool. Never seen nothing else from this dude. All I know is that he's dating a pog, and apparently he groomed her, and he's very short.
Yeah.
That is not the greatest thing going on it. And then like a lot of the stuff coming out of this was like, comments about his height and stuff like that. And he was just like, people saying I'm really small. And it was just like, I was just like, what is it? Jordan Grace. She was just like, why do people come at Kingston size, Adam Cole size, and Deonna Purrazzo size? I didn't even know people were coming at Deonna Purrazzo for her size. But I was just like, Eddie Kingston could, lose the weight. Adam Cole could go work out. Deonna Purrazzo, I don't see what the issue is. Jonathan Gresham cannot fight him being short. I think that he just kind of just needs to accept it, or just be like, kind of embrace. Like I felt like he was. I don't think that was like really playing up like against him, or like that was like a real flaw against him.
You know what it is? I think that it also leads up to another quote he had about black wrestlers having to have a character. Mm-hmm. For one, I think all wrestlers should have a character, because just being able to wrestle good is not a good character. It's not compelling.
Yeah, nigga, you want to be Ahmed Johnson, nigga? But you could have been Black Rey Mysterio.
That's where I'm going to go with that. I feel like maybe if they would have embraced maybe like an underdog role for him and kind of like fighting from behind type of deal, which maybe they suggested to him. I don't know, but like, I feel like maybe if he embraced that, it would go better because like because of your stature, we're not going to take you seriously trying to be the guy that can wrestle good. You're 5'4".
Well, not even that. It's not like, since he's small, we're not going to take you seriously. But it's just like, when you wrestle bigger people, especially motherfuckers like Claudio, you're going to have to work from under. That is the only way the story is getting across to me. That makes it make sense.
Exactly. Like, what I mean? Like when people bring up like Spike Dudley, who also a very tiny man, no one we know he's small, but he played the underdog role so well that it didn't matter. We were able to suspend belief.
It's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the heart. Yeah. You feel me? And this nigga ain't got no heart.
But yeah, I guess just all the stuff ended up being like a screaming match between him and Tony Khan, I guess, backstage. What the details were about the screaming match, we don't really necessarily know. We know that there was very little communication between both parties. I mean, honestly, we barely saw Gresham on, AEW television. I think he had maybe 2 matches on Rampage.
Honestly, I feel like he gets as many matches as anybody who's on that ROH roster. You get a couple of matches leading up to the pay-per-view, and then you're gone for the rest.
Yeah, he was on Rampage maybe twice as the Ring of Honor champ. Like Samoa Joe getting more time than him for being the TV champ. And it was just like, yeah, that was kind of, they turned him heel for no real reason. Like a week before, they put him in a stable, and then took him out the stable, and then I don't know.
Hey man, that's enough ROH, man.
And as for the rest of the show, I didn't really see much talk about it afterwards. I heard FTR Briscoes was good, but that's all I really heard outside of that. I heard and Roosh and Dragon Lee was pretty good. Yeah, but like there was no real build to this show. Like a lot of these matches, there was no build. Just matches that happened, which just it's disappointing, and it's kind of on Tony Khan to kind of get people to really care about this show. It didn't have the impact for me. I feel like the timeline was barely even talking about it. In my eyes, I didn't see much about it.
I didn't think that FTR versus Briscoes were going to be bad in any sense. So, and I doubt like people are going to say it was bad if it was. So it kind of is what it is. But I heard that shit is 40 minutes long. So suck my dick.
That sounds like a Ring of Honor main event to me. If I ever heard one. They kept that tradition going.
Sorry, that's not for me. Not my tradition.
I might watch it.
So hopefully, I'm going to hope that the music didn't really take over the first half of this In the Trenches segment, but we're going to get into AEW.
Is it the respect on his name? Is it the commas in his bank account? Is it the foes he's conquered? Maybe what makes a champion is what he's destined to do and who he's destined to be. And this man's destiny isn't written in stone, but in gold. A future this bright, a legacy this heavy can only belong to one champion, and he is
Absolute.
Okay. AEW. Let's get into some of the silly stuff that went on the show, man. People are calling this one of the greatest Dynamite episodes ever, or top episode of the year. I don't see it, but it is what it is. So we get Ricky Starks defeating Danhausen, and you know what? A match that went as short as it should have.
I will give AEW credit. They don't try to go 50-50 with Danhausen matches. He just kind of gets beat up, which is fine. Yeah. That's fine. I'm happy they don't have him try to go 50-50 with guys because then I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna turn to Cornette. If I see Danhausen have a 50-50 with a goddamn Ricky Starks, I'm gonna turn to Jim Cornette.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I saw Danhausen try to apply that octopus hold and he was struggling, I said, please get this nigga off my TV, bro. And then Ricky Starks speared him, and I was just like, finally. So that's all good and fine. And then Ricky Starks just being like, you know what? I'm not going to cower away like I did last week. Let's get it really cracking. I want my second match. Nah, nigga. And then Hook comes out, and I was just like, yeah, he losing.
I kind of saw that. I don't remember if I said it on the pod yesterday, but I kind of called. I think Hook's gonna take this belt off of him. It's interesting. We haven't really seen Hook on TV very much. Maybe like a little backstage promo here and there, but he hasn't really been wrestling too much lately on Rampage like he usually does. So I was kind of nice to see him. He doesn't do dark. I don't think they don't put Hook on dark.
No elevation.
No, they don't put him on dark. But yeah, I went
for schools, man.
Go DeVry.
You feel me? Full Sail.
Was that Phoenix? Is that the one that's online?
But, Phoenix University.
Everett. But yeah. So I'm not mad at that. I think we want to get that belt off of Ricky Starks anyway. The post match turns out to be Powerhouse Hobbs kind of knocking Ricky Starks out. So I believe they're going to have that kind of feud, which, it's cool for them, give them something to do, keep them on TV. I'm not mad at that. I like the Ricky Starks' little promo afterwards. They're very fiery. Yeah. He's been doing that a lot lately these past couple of weeks. And I'm not mad at it. He's one of the better mic guys in the company anyway.
Mm-hmm. I thought the match was good with him and Hook, even, short as it was fine. Like, I don't think Hook is a bad wrestler. I just think he's presented poorly. But yeah, I thought it was all good. What I don't like is Hook beats him, and then they go to commercial break, and then we come back, and Ricky Stark's in the ring, and I'm just like, come on, man. Yeah, that boy was sitting in the ring with Tony Schiavone with the boo-boo face, bro. Come on, man. That's all. Little nitpick shit like that. And then Ricky Stark's cutting like a very fiery babyface promo, and I was just like, what are y'all doing, man? But him and Hobbs, they're gonna go at it.
Also, I think Taz was acting fake surprise. I think Taz is in on it too. I think he's definitely siding with Hobbs.
I honestly could care less about whatever conspiracy is going on with Team Taz. If this is the result of Ricky Starks getting out of there, let's fucking go.
out of the stable or out of the company?
Both. How about that? I don't want him affiliated with Team Taz anymore, because the only person that wins in Team Taz is Hook. So,
well, I'm not even sure it's in Team Taz at this point. He hasn't been with them in months.
Yeah, because they're losers. That's why. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I feel like Hook will definitely probably get a lot more title matches or a lot more title defenses with that thing. So that should be cool. I don't necessarily hate Hook, but they were all in with the motherfucker. Then that train stopped. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Next, we got Jungle Boy Speaks. He got a couple bars for Christian, and I'll just say, why the fuck is Luchasaurus still in his evil costume?
You know what? I was a little confused last week. I wasn't going to jump on them. I was like, I'm going to let them explain next week what's going on. The explanation wasn't enough for me. It doesn't make sense.
Did you like the explanation?
No, it didn't make sense.
Okay. What? Because I thought it was dumb too.
Yeah, why if this was all a ruse to get Christian or something, why was Luchasaurus doing these evil things and then completely changing his whole look and everything for 2 weeks and beating the guys up at Christian's bidding? It doesn't make sense to me. And then why would
no, well, it's just that, okay, so Jungle Boy said I had Luchasaurus turn on me so he could, keep a closer eye on Christian and protect him, because I want to be the only person that gets my hands on him.
That sucks.
I want to put hands on him first. Remember that. I want to put hands on Christian first. So that's why I had Luchasaurus look out after him. Remember that.
What's going to happen next week?
He's not going to have a match with Jungle Boy. He's going to have a match with Matt Hardy. Is Luchasaurus going to beat up Matt Hardy so you could get to him first?
I don't know, man. It just none of this.
Like, is this shit us doing? And then you're just like, I wanted to have Luchasaurus protect Christian from broken down Matt Hardy and the Varsity Blondes. My nigga, Mr. Outwork, everybody could work these niggas.
That's what he told us.
Going to next week. This shit is stupid, yeah.
Also, why are we booking Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage in 2022?
Why is Matt Hardy spinning the block, coming back around? Nigga, if Jeff is not here, he's off TV too. That's it. What the fuck do we need singles Matt Hardy for? He done dragged his brother all the way over here. Nigga, you don't get TV time unless he here.
Also, Jungle Boy used all the bad words. All the bad words he could. What hit him with all the bad words. I respect it.
Cussword.exe.
Then brought up Christian's divorce. Which is fair game at this point. Talk about your dead daddy. And then Christian came back with the look, I'm gonna kill you and then throw you in the grave with your dead daddy. What the fuck is going on? It's a wild show, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Wild times.
If it, I'm not moved by it, but it is what it is. This doesn't interest me at all. Trios titles were announced very nonchalantly. It was kind of just there. No big ceremony or, somebody in the ring with a big ass bag. They just said
they could put Tony Schiavone out there like, hey, look guys, we got a new belt coming out.
They couldn't get any notable trios team to unveil it. I don't know who it'd be, but whatever.
Are you excited for Trios title?
No, nigga. Why would I be? I don't like the Trios in most like promotions that it's implemented in.
I think this is a year too late. I feel like they should have did this a year ago when they had way more trios. When they had way more trios on TV. I think they kind of refrained from doing trios matches for a while. I don't know if it was on purpose for this reason, but it just seems like we probably should do this a year ago.
Possible champions, barring any, random assortment of fuckos coming together to win these things. You have House of Black,
Dark Order, BCC,
Death Triangle, the Undisputed Elite. You could have had the Elite last year, but you didn't. You could have had the Jurassic Express with Christian,
or Marco.
But you didn't.
Either one.
Yeah, with Margo, but you didn't. The JSA, like these, like I don't think that division is gonna have a compelling like group of folks actually like actively participating in it after the first big winner takes it. Like it is what it is. Like I don't care. Like I don't feel like this is gonna raise the stakes of trios matches to me. Like it's still just gonna be the tornado tag jumble fuck mess anyway. So just like with 3 belts involved or like at ringside or some shit. So it's whatever. I don't care. For real.
We'll see how it goes. Do you think this feels like the Kenny return is coming sooner than later because of the announcement of the Trio Championship?
I mean, it could.
I think they really want to get this Undisputed Elite versus
I don't know why that's something that they want to really having it like they really need to get this off. Like
this is a quote unquote dream match that they use. Even though I think this is probably more closer to a dream match than say other things they said about dream. This is an actual dream match.
This is an actual dream match that like AEW fans have, but I'm just like, why are you like rushing to get it off though?
We sound like the participants in the match, they might be on borrowed time if they don't do it now later.
Well,
none of them can even stay healthy.
Well, like not even like on borrowed time, but it's just like you want to get this shit off now rather than just letting all parties like recover it and be 100% and well.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming they're well. I'm assuming Cole. Well, not Cole, but maybe Red Dragon. Bobby Fish is still working. He's on Dark, so I don't know the extent of Kyle's injury, but I know Bobby's working. So we'll see. I mean, by September, that's what 2 more months. No, I mean like 1 more month because it's almost August. Well, hopefully, if they're putting Cole back on TV, I think maybe he might be okay to go then.
Okay. The Bucks have a backstage segment where they do their high school little acting joint, and then they run into Hangman Page backstage. Why is he back there just hiding behind a pillar? God fucks and who the fuck knows? And then they seemingly wanted to like talk to him, seeming like they wanted to apologize or something. If this story is them trying to get Hangman to be their trios guy, I'm very worried about Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I mean, on the one side, I am concerned about Kenny, but at least they're trying to do something with Hangman because I feel like he's been in limbo for about 2 or 3 months now, kind of just there.
I mean, he was at Forbidden Door, which was not too long ago, and Forbidden Door is going to be like a footnote in this year. Like
it was a really weird because the show was. I actually thought the show was good. It just felt kind of like it didn't really matter.
I might put that shit
build up to it wasn't
year. I think I might put it in my.
Year?
I think it might be in my like AEW worst show of the year just to remember that happened.
Oh, just to remember that happened.
Yeah, just to remember that was a point in history, man.
Yeah, and I feel like the buildup wasn't very strong until like the episode before the pay-per-view when Okada came out. But like, I don't know, it was just really weird show. But yeah, I feel like it kind of really fucked up whatever they kind of like. It was such a detour from whatever stories they were telling. They haven't really recovered from that yet. And it's still kind of showing on the show.
Yeah, it was such a detour, but it was just like, nigga, you made the detour.
Yeah, it wasn't like this is a self-inflicted, like y'all caused the disturbance in the storytelling for no reason.
But if Hangman and the Bucks are really coming together so they could probably be trios champs, yuck, whatever. Next we get Thunder Rosa and then Miyu, what's the last name? Sorry. I don't feel like Excalibur was saying it right, so I don't want to copy him.
I think Yamashita. I'm gonna say Yamashita. If it's like Takeshita, I'm assuming it can be like Yamashita. I don't know any Japanese. I apologize if I'm butchering her last name.
Okay.
I don't know. The problem is that I don't know this woman. And you know whose fault that is? AEW's fault.
There's been so much discourse about like not caring about this match or like, you know, people like not knowing who Miyu. I think it's silly to come at the fans for not knowing who this woman is and not be like, hey, instead of Kenny Omega going on Twitter and being like, y'all niggas not tapped in? Ain't my fucking problem. She about to show you what she's all about, though. Like, that is stupid. Maybe if you would have just presented her in a different light, you know, people could actually be excited about this. And then the only clip that they show, like, yes, you put the match on Dark, but like the only match that you like, or like any clips of the match that you showed on Dynamite is just some weak ass roll up reversal.
Yeah,
that's supposed to give me hype.
This is my thing. They could at least just did the bare minimum to explain who this young lady is. Like literally just a video package explaining, hey, my name is Miyu Takeshita. I'm this, and that. This is what I've done. That's like literally, it could have been a whole 3-minute video. Just saying, you know, like
yeah. I mean, they let Hikaru Shida do it.
Yeah, like the bare minimum is all you had to do, and I just feel like they just here's the match, guys. Here you go, 9:20 p.m.
That weird ass video package that Ricky Starks got, that should have been hers.
Yeah, give it to Miyu. I don't need a whole fucking like, you know, movie plot to explain why these two are having a match, but at least give me some kind of reason to care about this girl. I don't know who she is. I had the whole time watching this match, I'm like, oh, this is cool, but like I know this chick's not winning because we don't even know who she is. That
was the problem for me, is that like there was absolutely no fucking way in the fucking world that she was going to win this title with the way that she's been presented, or you know, lack of presentation. You expect me to believe that she's going to beat Thunder Rosa? Like,
and if she did,
I know she's like a champion.
Yeah,
I know she's a champion in Tokyo Joshi, but come on, man, that shit not translating here.
Yeah, if she did win, I feel like I'm not the most in the know guy when it comes to like Japanese wrestling as I used to be, but even I'm like, bro, if I don't know who this person is, I'm sure 80% of that people in that crowd don't know who this person is, probably more. And I know damn near 90% of people on TV don't know who this person is. So you would think at minimum, just give me like a video, bro. Something.
I know there's a lot of people just being like, you know, I'm familiar with her. I'm just happy that she's being shown on Dynamite, yada, yada, this and that. And I'm just like, that's cool. That's great that you settle for the bare minimum. I'm not. The fuck? Like, oh man, she's on Dynamite. That's good enough for me. I would love if she was on Dynamite and presented better.
Yeah.
Like, don't you want more from your GOAT? The bar's in hell for a lot of niggas, man. But it is what it is. Thunder Rosa got to have her match that didn't really revolve anything in, you know, AEW's, you know, Roman reality. So she didn't get bullied by Britt Baker this week. There was no feature of Tony Storm. So it kind of just is what it is on that.
You know what's funny about Thunder Rosa too? I was looking at her like you know how I record the the matches on the spreadsheet. I was looking at her record because of how like Britt Baker kind of treats her on the show. I don't know why it gave me like loser energy. Like she loses a lot. She's only lost one match this year on TV, but I feel like because of how she's portrayed on the show, it's kind of like Britt Baker's bitch, for like the lack of better term. It's just like
that title
came off a loser. Yeah,
that title feels like a participation trophy on her part, bro. Like you put up with Britt Baker for this long, and then we kept you away from the title for this long, so here, hold it down. Like she don't feel like a champion to me.
Also, speaking of champions, no Wardlow or Jade on the show tonight.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
I feel like Wardlow should be on this show.
They spent all that money getting Jermaine Dupri and Lil Scrappy to show up last week, and Kevin Gates.
I'm very confused. Like I feel like they did put all that effort into pushing Wardlow, and I just feel like they're kind of like, we're over it now. Like we gave him the belt, and that's it. You know what I mean? I feel like ever since he beat MJF, it's just been kind of like
they had no plan.
Is it? Yeah, I feel like they had no plan post MJF. Unless it was supposed to be Punk and then he got hurt, but I don't think it was supposed to be Punk, so I'm not really sure where we're going with Wardlow.
Well, shit, it's not like he was gonna beat Punk right after MJF, so
yeah, I don't believe. Yeah,
like they would have had to gotten to this point eventually, and they got here sooner than they expected, and there's nothing real here, so whatever, don't care.
Who would you like to see Wardlow's first feud be if you were to choose someone?
Shit, Miro. It could be House of Black. Yeah, I think those two could have been substantial feuds right there.
Looks like Miro's a face now too, so I don't know if they would want to do that again.
Yeah, they're not going to do that now.
I can see Brody King versus Wardlow. That'd be interesting.
Well, shit, I ain't mean him, but I mean, yeah, they could have a match. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
but it is what it is. Yeah, Thunder Rosa don't really feel like a champion to me personally, and I don't think that this match was really worth all the discourse. Like I didn't think this match was all that great anyway. I'm not I don't know. I think I come to terms with not really liking Thunder Rosa that much in the ring. I think she is like slow, not explosive at all. And her matches lack substance.
I think it's partly on her and partly on booking. I think it's both. Yeah, I had no real interest in a Thunder Rosa match in a long time. I mean, probably since the cage match, honestly.
Yeah, and sheesh, that cage match. Yeah. It kind of is what it is. Moving on, we get Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. How would you feel about this match? I have no feelings.
I like this match. This is my kind of style, hard hitting. They were really laying shit in. Mm-hmm. I thought the DDT on the concrete was a little much. I didn't think we could do all that, but it's fine. I didn't hate it. Yeah, man, it's hard hitting. I'm kind of getting over it. I was kind of over it with Brian. That's my guy, but the whole is this kayfabe? Am I really concussed? Like, I'm landing on my head. I'm kind of playing, the real life injuries into my matches. I'm kind of over it. I don't think it's necessary. Also, the bleeding, once again, I felt like the bleeding in this match took it away. I mean, it didn't hit as hard because we saw somebody bleed earlier in the show within the first 2 minutes of their match. So I'm just like, there has to be somebody on blood control on the show. I feel like we can't have bleeding every week. It's really taking away from the impact of the match for me.
I mean, that shit is worth nothing, especially when Moxley be just biting the shit out of somebody's shoulder. I think that, I don't mind Danielson, playing up to his very serious and real injury, but I don't find it as compelling as like somebody trying to sell a leg, or they got their leg worked on, so they be limping and shit, or they can't really run, or they don't really have a solid base when they're trying to do suplexes and shit. Like I think that's cool. Then owie, brain hurty, especially when the ref is like stopping Garcia from like building any like sort of like heat. Like they're trying to build sympathy while Daniel Garcia is trying to like, beat his ass and like so Brian can get that comeback. But there was just like a lot of just like stopping Garcia's momentum because Danielson's brain might hurt.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Daniel Garcia getting a win over Brian Danielson. I didn't see that coming. I think that's good for Garcia. Let's keep that momentum going.
It's good for Garcia, but let's see what they do. Like, how does AEW book that shit going forward?
That's what I'm saying. I want to see how like where they go with it from there. I don't want them to go back to being, the loser of the stable. I am a big fan of Daniel Garcia. I'm obviously a big fan of Brian Danielson. This match was cool with me. This was one of the highlights of the show for me. One of the few highlights I really had for the show tonight. Yeah, but if you were like watch one thing from AEW tonight, it would be the main event for me.
You can watch this shit on YouTube.
Sure.
Yeah, just get a quick little the quick version of it without all the the starting and stops from the referee checking on Danielson and shit like that. But yeah, this match is okay.
Yo, do you want to hear the Rampage card real quick? They are punting on Rampage at this point. They have officially given up. This is the card. Matt Sydal versus Lee Moriarty. Anna Jay versus Ruby Soho, who I believe has one hand at this point. Ethan Page versus Leon Ruff. And then Jay Lethal, Saddam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt, who I thought was retired, versus Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends.
Sounds terrible. I will be doing anything else on Friday night.
And they wonder why niggas they only getting 300K viewers a week on this damn show. That's why.
Yeah, man. I will not be checking out Rampage. That's a goddamn show. You know what I'm really worried about right now? I'm really worried that the music was too loud at the start of this. But
I didn't hear it at all, so I don't know. I couldn't hear from my side or anything.
I cannot wait to listen back to this and be like, oh fuck. But quick hits. We get Moxley versus Roosh in a match that I really don't feel like matters at all. There is no ROH pay-per-view coming up, so why the fuck is Roosh here? Don't care. And then what is it? Death Triangle and Andrade, they run an interference at some point, or they come into the match at some point in time and it doesn't lead up into the finish at all, or it doesn't play into the finish at all. So I was just like, why'd you even have them like run in? Like if that shit felt like a smash hazard and it ain't killed nobody, like the shit was mad regular. Or just like a normal thing that happens. Moxley,
first of all, go ahead. No, I'm gonna say even the explanation leading up to this match didn't make sense. And why do I care if Roosh won matches in CMLL in Japan and whatever other what do they have to do with AEW?
What does that have to do with AEW, and why is he like get to face Moxley off his like old shit? Like I get that you're building his resume, but don't you have a ranking system to abide by?
It doesn't make it blows my mind. Yeah, that and I don't know. Also, I think just Moxley bleeding with literally 2 minutes into the match is getting ridiculous.
Moxley, I'm sorry, Moxley is literally one of the worst wrestlers to me. So I don't care about his matches at all, especially and I feel like he's only getting worse in AEW.
So, I thought the end picked up on this match a little bit. I initially I was kind of like, and then I think the last couple of minutes it picked up for me. It was a fine match. It was fine.
After that pile driver, I said, yeah, I'm out this bitch. Mentally checked out like a motherfucker.
How you mentally checked out 15 minutes into the show?
Shit, watch this. Next we get Moxley wins, he defeats Roosh, and then fucking Chris Jericho comes out. For some reason, all the Jericho Appreciation Society needed to say something. Like they fucking Team Rocket, they just had to get bars off. Before Jericho just says, I want to face you, I want to have a rematch. Boy, AEW's in the fucking dirt if they got to run this back.
Yeah, quick at the lake. What's the ticket sales looking like for that? Is there a reason why
you tell me, Mr. Follow Wrestle tickets? I don't know shit about that.
Man, look, I have very little interest in Chris Jericho versus Moxley. Like I said, I think they're running it back fairly soon since it wasn't that long ago, and I don't remember the matches being very good anyway. So
it wasn't. You remember when Moxley had an eye versus eye match or an eye for an eye match with fucking Santana or Ortiz? I forget which one of the motherfuckers it was.
I don't even remember that. Also,
niggas can't say I don't pay attention to AEW, bro. I definitely remember that.
Also, he said he wants the Lion Tamer Chris Jericho back. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not getting Lion Tamer Chris Jericho.
When this nigga said, "Man, I don't want the man to reinvent his, all these other shits," and I was just like, "Yeah, I don't really care about those gimmicks either. Yeah, whatever. I don't want the Lion Heart. I want that nigga. I want that nigga that used to wrestle in ECW." I said, "My nigga, you're not going to get that."
He said he won 93 Chris Jericho in 2022. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, nigga, you're off your fucking mind, bro.
You want Jericho from 30 years ago? Yeah, okay. We'll see. We'll see about that.
Ain't Eddie Kingston asked for that same shit?
No, Eddie Kingston wanted Y2J. Mox said, "I'm going further back. Give me the Lionheart."
Shit's stupid, bro. That match does not interest me at all. And it's happening in 2 weeks. I guess they really got to sell Quake at the Lake, so it's whatever. But at least Moxley won't be having like meaningless title matches in the meantime, or he will. Who knows? So we'll see. Sammy Guevara defeats Dante Martin in a match that I felt had nothing of note. Sammy
Guevara
win again.
I like the little dive spot off the stage. That was about it. Match was it was what it was. It was no real stakes to it. Dante Martin is very interesting how they kind of like use this guy. You know what? I'm gonna give Dante Martin some credit. I think he sounds a lot more comfortable on the mic than he did, say, 6 months ago. Like the promo he did before the show. I mean, before his match, I thought it was pretty good. He had some fire, intensity. He didn't look like he was about to cry while he was speaking.
It's that facial hair, boy.
You hear like your little peach fuzz on his face. He got a little girlfriend now. I guess he's dating Sky Blue. Didn't know that. Good for him. Good for him. You know what? I ain't even mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Okay, don't sound too excited, nigga.
I'm not. That's the same. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. What is it? Interferences happen. Eddie Kingston, Ruby Soho, come out post match, and we're gonna get Ruby. Like you said earlier, we're about to get Ruby Soho versus Anna Jay.
Who also looked pretty good this week. She also looked all right in that little red outfit. I'm feeling it. I'm fucking.
Yeah, she was looking great in that red outfit. Then I was just like, oh, this bitch. When she cut that little promo, whatever this heel Anna Jay, not gonna work for me, partner. This woman does not come off it as incredibly confident to me, especially the way she be running down the ring. Shit look goofy as hell, boy. Next, we got Swerve defeating Tony Nese. Who is Josh Woods, bro?
So Josh Woods is former ROH Pure champion, who I believe Wheeler Yuta beat him at some show. I forgot which one. I guess according to the little quick 30 seconds they showed, Tony Nese's Mark Sterling had been scouting him on Dark for the past couple weeks. I do not watch Dark. I don't watch Dark anymore. So I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched Dark in a minute. I just don't have time. I got other stuff I gotta watch. I've been invested in Big Brother. I've been watching Big Brother a lot. So I guess he was a Ring of Honor guy. Outside of that, I don't know much about him, but it seems like him and Tony Nese are going to be a team. It's really interesting. Tony Khan picked some really interesting people to like showcase on his shows like a lot. Like the Marina Shafir stuff, and now the Tony Nese stuff. Why is Tony Nese on my TV so much?
Hey man, you got his number, not me, man.
It's so interesting.
He know you be slandering the show like this, bro?
Who? Tony?
On his payroll?
Tony doesn't accept my calls anymore. I haven't heard from him in a long time, so I might have got released. I don't know.
We'll figure it out in 3 months. And then we're gonna be getting Brody King versus Darby Allin in a coffin match in, I think, next week or in a few. I'm not sure when.
I'm not sure either.
But cool. I'm sure it'll be a nice little fancy match or whatever. That is it for AEW. Any closing words that you have?
Very perplexing episode. I think a lot of young guys got over, and which I liked, but also a lot of stuff didn't make sense to me at the same time. Very weird. AEW's on a really weird streak lately of shows. It's been I haven't been like I have not been interested in what they've been doing. I hope things change in the build up to All Out. I think that's when they're at their best, when it's leading up to a show, but we still have another month before the show comes up, so we'll see what happens.
I will agree with you there. I do think that just these past few weeks, I don't feel like AEW has been working towards a bigger picture. Like these Fyter Fest shows, these Fight for the Fallen shows, I don't think they are in service of a bigger picture. So they're coming off as kind of pointless to me. That's just how I feel about most things that is like narrative or storytelling wise. You're working to a grander story, and when you're not, it's stinky. But let's get into NXT.
Roxanne Perez, a whirlwind of emotions for you over the past couple of weeks, but it seems like things are far from over between you and Cora Jade.
Cora wants to throw away our friendship, and that's fine. She can twist and turn my words and actions all she wants, but throwing an NXT championship in the trash is something I can't stand for. This title should be shown respect, not the garbage. And luckily, someone else agrees with me. WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze.
That's right. You want to have the honors, kiddo?
These should be held by two women who are proud to wear them and proud to defend them.
Yes, you know, over 25 years ago, I dumped the women's title in the trash. And it took a very, very long time to crown a new women's champion. This time, it won't take very long, because next week, we are going to have a fatal 4-way elimination tag team match. And the winning team will become the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Come on.
All right. NXT 2.0. We start off with a Zoe Stark promo. Brave choice. Very brave to start NXT in this fashion, man. Zoe Stark comes out, says a whole bunch of nothing for a little bit. You know, she says, "I'm gonna beat Mandy." I don't think Zoe Stark is a good promo. She sounds funny, but what is it? Cora Jade comes out, says some words, says she got embarrassed, yada yada that and that, and then Mandy Rose said, what the fuck you two bitches talking about, man? I'm a gangster. You feel me? I'm the fourth longest reigning NXT Women's Champion. And I was just like, that is quite an accomplishment. Knowing how long those titles are like held for. But yeah, that led into a match with Gigi Dolan, which I thought the match was good. I think Gigi Dolan is actually not that bad in the ring. I don't know. every time I watch Toxic Attraction wrestle, I like watch it hyper focused because I have to. I'm trying to boil it down if I really like them or not. Well, I like them as like characters, I guess, but not like in ring.
I don't really remember this match. I don't remember this match happening.
You don't remember anything after Tuesday. You never do.
I never do. I'm still not sold on Gigi Dolan. I gave this match a 2.75 out of 5 on my little rating thing. So, what?
I didn't think it was that bad.
I mean, it's not bad. This is a serviceable TV match. It was nothing like, crazy. It was just it was a Zoe Stark showcase match. So as you know, what she's been up to in the lab over the last couple months since she's come. Now she's back. I don't know if she's the girl that beat Mandy. I don't see it. I think it would be too soon anyway. When does Heat Wave? Is it 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now?
I feel like in 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be too soon for Zoe.
I am not moved by Zoe Stark at all. She could be the one to take it, but does that excite me? No, not at all. But I do think that I thought the match was fine. I thought the match was cool. I am looking for the Heat Wave thing right now. Not fine. August 16th. Oh, that's like 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
Pull up the calendar, man.
I'm pulling up the calendar right now. Hold on. That's what's today? Yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So yeah, we got 2 more episodes before that.
Cool. Yeah, that's all good with me, man. Next, oh wait, forgot to talk about what is it? After Zoe Stark comes to take care of Toxic Attraction after they try to jump her, Cora Jade comes in, crack some shit on her back. Was it another skateboard?
No, it was a kendo stick. You beat her with a kendo stick.
Okay. Yeah, it was a kendo stick. It's popping back.
They wasn't gonna do that skateboard again after last week. They said, nah. That flimsy ass paper mache ass skateboard.
And then Roxanne returns. So it was good to see Roxanne back from whatever the fuck. I'm gonna skip that one topic there and just go straight to the Roxanne thing. Roxanne backstage talking about Cora Jade dumping the title in the trash last week that had Twitter in an uproar. She vacates it nicely, and they were still talking about the title, and I was just like, is the title still in that trash after a week?
Why did no one take it out the trash can?
And then I see Laundra Blaze coming out from the camera, or like from the left side of the camera, with a fucking trash can in her fucking hand, being like, "Let's fish this out." Why y'all niggas let that shit stay, bro?
They just stink up in the fucking trash can for a week. I think
it's crazy.
I think the moment was a cute little moment having Laundra Blaze come out there and it was almost like a redemption arc for Laundra Blaze too, if you really think about it. She was the one, to take the trash, take it out the trash for a change. I think it's, what's funny about the Laundra Blaze thing too. I think it's interesting they would put her in like multiple segments. I don't think she's done being on NXT TV. This feels like a Ted DiBiase situation where she's going to be on for a couple weeks.
She's going to be around.
I think so.
That'd be interesting. In the match front, I hope not.
She didn't look that bad when she was in the Rumble.
She didn't look that bad. Yeah, she was in the Royal Rumble? I don't believe you.
Yeah, I believe she was in was it the first one?
Boy, I do not believe.
Am I bugging? I'm pretty sure she was in the first one.
Please Google that shit exponentially, bruh. But if not saying that I want to see it, but if she can go, I would not turn my nose away from it. But it would have to be just like a random like showcase match. This like don't have a title involved, please.
She was in the Battle Royal Evolution. I knew she did something.
Oh, okay. I mean,
yeah, I wasn't bugging. All right.
If she can go, quote unquote, give us something serviceable with like a Tiffany Stratton, that's so shit. That shit cool with me, man.
Well, she's 58. She looks good. Mm-hmm. I'll say that much. I was looking at her. I was like, I never really looked at Alundra Blaze like that before. For 58, she ain't.
All right.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad. Mom's decent.
This nigga horny.
Really trying to squeeze out the truth on what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucking monkey.
Huh?
So Alundra Blaze, cool, man. Now that the titles are vacated, we'll be getting an ad-free.
Is it ad-free next week?
Yeah, it's going to be an ad-free Fatal 4-Way elimination match for the tag team titles. As I understand, it is going to be Toxic Attraction, KC Squared. I'm going to call them Diamond Mine, but it's Ivy Niles and Tatum Paxley, and the Brazilians.
I think only one of them is Brazilian. I don't think either of them are Brazilian, actually.
You're out. Nah, one of them is definitely Brazilian. Don't fucking play with me, bro.
I'm looking them out.
Ain't no way I just made that shit up in my mind.
Okay, Valentina definitely Brazilian. I don't think the other one is, though. I'm pretty sure she's Mexican. Elisa Leon, she is. I don't know where that was she's from. I don't think she's Brazilian, though.
Well, you didn't find out that she's not Brazilian, so therefore she's
Brazilian.
Yeah, I'm not gonna assume. I know she's
Mexican. She's Mexican. I was right. She's Mexican.
Your mama, I don't believe. Moving on, it's gonna be those four in a women elimination match. Main event, that should be really cool. I think if KC Square doesn't come on top of this, hang it up, bro. Impact time. Ask for that release. Like, come on, bro. They cannot dangle this carrot in front of y'all for any longer, bro. It is y'all time. Next, we get one of the fucking weirdest matches on NXT that I think I've seen all fucking year. Giovanni Vinci versus Andre Chase. Chase you boys. And what is it? Nathan Frazier returned, so that's cool. And he's gonna be rolling with I don't know how long he's gonna be rolling with
just put him in Chase U. Put him in there. Fuck it.
Foreign exchange student, him and Saray. Fuck it.
Yeah, put him in there.
So Andre Chase and Giovanni Vinci, these niggas just went crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know what that was about. That was a really good match for no reason.
I thought this match was like way better than the match that he had with Apollo.
This felt like a match I would see on AEW where just like a random two guys just going 50-50 for like 12 minutes for no real reason. That's what this match was. I was like, why is this match going 2 segments? What is going on? And
I was just like, why is this nigga really like Andre Chase was wrestling his ass off, bro.
For real. Man, this was an interesting match. Man, that Chase U stomp is over. I don't care, man. I hope this act goes to the main roster. I would love to see the Chase U stomp in front of a crowd of 20K doing the Chase U. But yeah, man, this was Giovanni Vinci, man. I'm very happy. I was kind of like, damn, they really about to break him up from Imperium, but I'm kind of happy they did. I think I tweeted this yesterday.
I don't hate the.
I don't hate it either. That's what I'm saying. I think he needed this more. I felt like he felt very bland compared to the other two in Imperium. I thought he felt like the guy kind of like he was the takeoff of Imperium. Not saying Takeoff is a bland rapper. I think Takeoff the best rapper. I mean,
what? No,
he might be the best worker.
You don't think he's the best rapper, bro? He's not.
Takeoff might be the best rapper. Giovanni's not the best worker in Imperium. No, I don't think so. But I'm saying, like, I think he's a very good worker, and I felt like he needed a little more oomph to him. And they must have seen that in him, and they were like, you know what, we can give you this gimmick, and it's working for him. I think he's playing the gimmick very well. I want to keep seeing how they advance it a little bit more. But I mean, the in ring is already there. We know it's there. Like, you do stupid strong, and it's interesting. I'm really invested in Giovanni Vinci. But yeah, this match was good. I kind of want to watch it again. I was just so amazed. Like, this is definitely the best we've seen from Andre Chase. I've seen him. I remember him a couple of times on the Indies. I never thought he was that impressive. This is the best match I've ever seen from this guy. So I'm interested.
I would agree. He's definitely there in the ring. And I think he's doing great with the current character that he does. I love Chase U segments. I really like everybody that is involved with Chase U.
It's just fun, you know?
Yeah, it's really just all good and fun stuff. Next, we got Diamond Mine versus Tony D'Angelo's crew.
The D'Angelo family.
This match is hard. Tony D'Angelo, he a suplex machine, man.
He got them
until some real suplex machines pull up, bruh. Motherfucker was doing all sorts of shit. Julie said, "Yeah, I got you, bruh. I got you one with one back, man."
I know we only talk about Julius really, but man, everybody in Diamond Mine is good. Everybody. Ivy's good. Damian Kemp is, for the little wrestling he's done, is pretty good.
I love that he played the baby face role here, or crawling to get that spot.
Yeah,
like he definitely passed that assignment.
Yeah, man. And then it's just the Creed brother. They're the Creed brother. These guys are just like, obviously Julius is like, he's on that next level, bro. When he does that little fucking run up the damn, jump up onto on the top of the turnbuckle to do suplex shit, it pops the crowd every time. It pops me every time. It's just these guys are just fun, man. They're just fun to watch.
Brutus better find his voice, man. I can't have him getting left behind, bro. Y'all got to be on par, bro. He need to find his voice.
He's Rick Steiner, man. It's already been decided. He's the Rick Steiner of this group. He's Rick Steiner. He'll hold down the mid card, but he ain't Julius. Because this dude, Julius, I mean, Julius got the fire and the promos already. He gets it, man. I don't know if he was a wrestling fan previous to this. I'm going to assume he is, because this dude, he gets it.
That boy, he definitely looked up to Kurt Angle. That's what.
Yeah, he gets it. He understands who he is and what he is. And I can't say any more greater things about this kid, man. If he really wants it, he next up. I can't see why this guy wouldn't be next up. He has the good look. He has intensity. I don't even think he's like 25. How old is this dude? I don't even know. He got the future ahead of him.
Man. I like this match a lot. Who's is it Stacks that's with them, or is
it's Stacks. It's Stacks. Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
He's cool. I liked him in this. I liked him and Damian Kemp in this. Each team had one sort of pseudo newbie on their side.
Well, I think Stacks is longer than D'Angelo has.
I just meant being
in the
TV.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Just being featured and stuff like that, TV time and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought that was great, man. I thought this match was really good. The finish where Roderick Strong and Julius are moving in tandem, I was just like, hey, man, Roddy could be a tag team with any nigga, bro. This
one of the greatest tag team wrestlers, man. He really is.
He could just blend with anybody. They just mesh well. He is a great assist player, man. Then all things have to come to an end. Roger Strong in his moment of when he was heating up, he was throwing them knees, and then he threw the knee at Julius, and then the 1, 2, and the 3. I'm not looking forward to the excuses that are gonna be made here, but I was really hoping that Diamond Mine could have won this. But where does the story go if they win? I'm sure that D'Angelo or whoever is gonna be getting a title shot after this. So.
Yeah, I do think it should be noted that the last like 3 weeks, Julius Creed has cut off Roderick Strong in the middle of his promo. I think we're obviously leading to Roderick Strong versus Julius Creed at some point.
That
also,
shit is about to burn my fucking TV, man.
Also, do you think with the new change in regime, maybe Roderick Strong sticks around?
Probably. Yo, honestly,
I wonder.
Big fucking L to Tony Khan for featuring Marine Shafir so goddamn much, and then losing, still not gaining Roger Strong. You wasted fucking time.
We don't know that Roddy still might go. He still might go.
Yeah, honestly, that might not even been the play, but just echoing the internet.
Yeah.
Man. Moving on, we're gonna get into these quick hits. We got Apollo Crews versus Zion Quinn. And I know I said that this was like the show that had a lot of wrestling on it. This match had a lot of this match got a lot of time. And I was just like, fucking why?
I don't care about either of these guys. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, yo, Apollo, hey man, I'm glad you came through, man.
Speaking of black wrestlers who just wrestle good and have no character, I think they downgraded taking that Nigerian thing away from them. They should have kept that going. I'm sorry. I know people didn't like it. I liked it. I liked the Nigerian stuff. I thought it was cool.
You don't like him as Luke Cage, bro? I thought everybody loved the Marvel stuff.
I hated Luke Cage when that shit came out. That shit was ass. But
I thought Marvel. No Marvel.
Nah, not the Netflix shows outside of Daredevil. All this for the trash. All of them. I didn't like any of those.
Yeah, this match gets way too much time for me.
Yeah, I don't think Zion Quinn's really good at anything. And then Apollo Crews, I think he's a great worker. I think he's a fantastic worker, but I just don't care. He's very kind of just bland to me.
I will agree as well. Next we get I don't know why I put versus here, but Braun Breaker and JD McDonough. They meet and they interact. I thought I was talking to Justin. He really liked the long, winded promo stuff. I was just like, nah, because it's long winded. Like him walking through the crowd and saying all that shit. Like this shit was all like whatever. Like it was a big lead up into him having that interaction with Braun Breaker. I thought it whatever.
I didn't like it.
I wasn't a fan of it either, but it's whatever. I
wasn't feeling that promo. This is the second week you've really been doing those long-winded promos. It's not doing it for me personally, especially against a guy like Braun who's not going to do that. He could give you 5 words.
He's gonna say all those words, and then Braun Breaker's just like, "Why don't you come down here and I'll kick your ass?" And then then that's it. That's all you about to get from this nigga. Which is fine with me. Shit, that's all you need to say for real.
Yeah, that's what I want from Braun. I don't want Braun to give me long-winded promos. Give me 2 words and a grunt and a bark. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's all good and fine. But next, Saray says she wants a piece of Mandy, and she said, "Bitch, I'm gonna fuck up your face again." I said, "Yeah, this the GOAT right here." So looking forward to that.
Low key, I did want them to have just Saray beat her. Let's have Saray do it. Why not?
I mean, Saray, I know that we're not the biggest fans of Zoe Stark here, but I don't think that Saray winning it would be the best idea either. So we'll see what happens.
Who do you want to beat her? Beat Mandy.
Don't ask me questions like that, man.
Who do you want?
Don't ask me questions like that, man. I don't know. I feel I would say right now the only person that I'm really feeling in the women's division is Wendy Chu, Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne. And if she would get better already, or find a solid base, I'd say Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna put Indy Hartwell. I knew you were gonna try to sneak Indy Hartwell in there. Get her out of here.
I like her. I just think I like her. I just don't think she's what is it? I don't think she's title ready. I don't know what the fuck is happening with her. We'll get into that a little bit later. Actually, we'll get into that briefly and very briefly. But Honestly, I'm very indecisive on who I feel could really dethrone Mandy, but someone has to fucking do it. And I think I'm not taking no lesser evil here. You feel me? Like I already have to do that with AEW.
I don't think Saray's evil.
No,
I don't think Saray's
no,
a
well,
bad
like
choice.
well, I meant Zoe Stark. But I'm not taking no more lesser evils, especially with a women's division this good. I do enough of that on AEW. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the upcoming future. I'm not going to be insanely upset if Zoe Stark takes it because Toxic Attraction's dethroned, thank God, which is something I always wanted. But to move on from that, Winnie Chu literally wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. The ass whoopings that Tiffany has been dishing out to this woman has been keeping
a nightmare.
her up,
Tossing and turning.
tossing and turning, bruh. Beating up her bed sheets. That's how bad Tiffany Stratton been beating her ass. That is crazy, bro. But we'll see.
I saw a lot of chat. I saw a lot of chatters saying they're gonna bring Mei Ying back. I don't see how this would bring Mei Ying back. There have been no like.
My God.
There has been no. There has been no kind of like any correlation between these two characters. They have not referenced each other at all. Not one. It'd be so random if they went from Wendy Chu back to Mei Ying.
So when I was watching that segment and I saw that she was a little upset, I was looking out for hints of Tian Sha.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. There was nothing really.
But there was nothing there for, in my opinion. Like there was no, what is it, lightning flash, and then you see it for a brief second.
That's what I was expecting. Like when she looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, they're gonna do like a little flash of her with the face paint on again or something like that.
Yeah, or whatever. I didn't see any like red smoke.
Yeah.
I didn't see Boa in the background or any shit like that. So it is what it is. I don't think. I really do think if that was the case, it would have been a little more heavy-handed. As
they would. WWE doesn't. Yeah, WWE won't just do something out the blue. They'll give you some kind of a hint.
Also, I would not like if Wendy Chu had a like demon like character.
Why does Wendy Chu have a demon character?
Like, I don't like that. And then what is it? Mei Ling comes out when she doesn't get 8 hours of sleep. Like, that's crazy, bro.
That's kind of funny.
Next, we got Grayson Waller versus Wes Lee. Hey man, they've cooled the fuck down. They cooled Waller the fuck down, yeah.
Waller's weird because they kind of he almost kind of fills that like that Miz role in NXT where they kind of just put him anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where they need like kind of like any kind of like non-title feud. Let's throw Grayson Waller real quick, see what's going on. Mm-hmm. He didn't seem like he had really any kind of direction of where he's going. He's just kind of just around.
Yeah, he's a good heel for everybody to face, but I'm just like, yeah, what the fuck you really about it? You go like him not being, against Braun Breaker right now is like kind of nuts. Like I feel like he could really get under his like skin and shit like that. Like he could really be that sleazy motherfucker. But I guess I don't know, man. They probably got something tucked for him. I'll inquire more in the future and see what is their possible plans for him. Deep sources. But we'll see what it is.
Wes Lee though, low key, I think Nash Carter getting released kind of a blessing in disguise. I think Wes has potential to be a pretty good singles guy.
I wouldn't say it's a blessing that he got fired, but I will say he bounced back really well, or like they managed to make this work. Despite him being mostly a tag team dude, like they could have easily given up and give him like another tag team partner with like Frazier. Thank God they didn't, because he was like out as soon as they started like getting close. But like, yeah, him being like a singles dude on his own, like it's great, man. I do like his little story arc where he's just like, just upset. He got dealt a shitty hand, all that. Niggas getting it through the mud. I like that sort of stuff. Whatever continues on from him and Trick Williams, I mean, that's fine with me. Like, it is what it is. I wonder where Grayson Waller goes like from here after this, but we'll see. Next, we got Indy Hartwell versus Ariana Grace. Any words for this match? Because I don't. Nothing is coming to my mind right now.
Let me tell you something. Ariana Grace, special talent. I think she might be the best women's worker in NXT 2.0. I think she knows how I feel. You know what I mean?
That's what you've done is proved without a shadow of a doubt you are the world's dumbest son of a bitch.
You don't believe that?
I thought she looked great out there. Actually, I thought she was working some of the best stuff I've ever seen.
You don't believe that? Yesterday. All right, that is enough. That's enough. That is enough. That's enough. All right, that's enough. I don't remember anything about this match, but how do you feel? Well, I can't even ask how you feel about anything related to Ariana Grace, but
the match was fine. I think Ariana Grace, she worked a very basic heel kind of style. She didn't do anything crazy.
How do you feel about her pageant character?
It's something. It's pretty goofy. It definitely feel like a mid 2000s kind of goofy ass character to have. I almost feel like a Divas kind of character. I can see like a fucking like Layla L doing some shit. I'm not mad at it though. It's gonna make up for her lack of just in-ring ability as of now. I mean, she's clearly an athlete. It's just one of those situations where she needs more time to get in the ring. I think NXT definitely focuses more on character first before in-ring stuff, because I think the in-ring stuff is gonna come. It just takes time.
It's gonna come naturally. I think a lot of people do need help forming a character and connecting.
Yeah. Plus, she's second gen. You know how second gen wrestlers are. They get it pretty quick. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. Next we got Kiana James and in her segment with everything that she has had a master degree in, but I didn't see OF or MFC, which is concerning. I think she needs to go back to school for that.
Wow. Okay. I think this is probably the most interested I've been in Kiana James. I thought it was very funny. Yes. She dug in Shorty Nikita Lyons' whole fucking Instagram. The slut shamer.
Started barring her up. She was just like, you see, she's dumb. And that's why she be posting ass on IG. I said, yeah, she got it.
It almost gave me Ivory and Right to Censor vibes. Almost.
Oh, yeah. I always felt like she was like in that like sort of direction, but she kept talking about fucking math.
If they pivot to this, some like Right to Censor type shit, I'm in. I'm with that. Kiana James, the accountant. No, thank you.
Kiana James, a slut shamer. Yeah, I'm with it.
I'm with the slut shame.
That is insane. But no, I think this is probably her best segment yet. And I think I wanted to point out or focus how much they have like dialed back on Nikita Lyons.
You think so?
I feel like it felt like full steam ahead with like getting her, Maybe
she's not all the way healthy yet.
I mean, as soon as Zoe Stark came back, they put a big halt on that shit. Like, she's not even on the show this week.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
But I felt like they pumped the brakes a little bit. They started driving slow a little bit. So that's all cool. That's cool. Next, we get Schism. And they have an interest in Cameron Grimes still. And no Cameron Grimes on the show. So thanks for wasting our time. I don't even remember what happened that segment. I just remembered that they were there. And an Axiom. Hey, man. We need character.
You mean Razor Wind or whatever the fuck that random indie guy was talking about? What is that nigga? Razor Wing?
You mean the Magna Defender bit or whatever? The Celarious Knight, whatever the fuck is. Whatever.
Diana Peraza.
the mathematician, you feel me? Yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, cool. I don't even remember who he faced. I just remember he had a match and he won. I'm pretty sure it was a squash.
Axiom?
Yeah.
Have a match? Who do you wrestle?
Did he have a match this week?
He didn't have a wrestle. They had to give him a little just video. He didn't wrestle.
I guess I scrolled a little too far down on the YouTube. But yeah, that's it. That is it for NXT. That is great. That is fantastic. Let me get this sign off ready. First, let's lower that volume. And then hold on now. Too loud now. That's it. You can follow us on patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can follow Quan at the comeback spot. I feel like this is too loud, so I'm going to stop.
It's not even that loud, but it's fine. Go ahead.
I can't hear it on your end, man. I don't know. I don't want to have to edit this back or motherfuckers message me and be like, hey man, it's just a little loud, brother. I definitely should have did more testing before doing this. But like I said, you could subscribe to the A Show on Twitter at the A Show RNC. You can subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can go on our Twitter page or my Twitter page at Cyrus on TWR and donate to our charity for what is it? To get the little kids to Mania, man.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the wrestling club for going to Raw. They like the kids had a grand old time. A whole lot of fun.
Becky Lynch, MVP.
Yeah, they met Becky Lynch. I saw a couple. They were just. I'm really happy. That should put a smile on my face, man. I love seeing kids just really enjoy wrestling and stuff. So yeah, please contact Mr. Perry, see what's going on with that. Also, SC Scoops. By the time this comes out to the public, that will be out. So we're looking forward to that. And A Show 250. A Show 250 will be live Tuesday. I don't know exactly what they're doing yet. Maybe some surprises, maybe some giveaways.
I'm gonna look for the time now. Sorry.
I believe it's during NXT, so
why would these niggas do that to me?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. They will be doing A Show 250.
Hate them.
Congrats to them. We got merch coming out. I believe
Friday.
The merch will be out. Yeah, because it's 28th. So yeah, by the time it comes out public, pre-orders for the merch will be out. The new T-shirts, they feel great. I haven't exactly put mine on yet, but it feels good in my hands. I'm going to put it on this week. I'm actually going to wear mine on Friday because I'm going out to this little event thing. So I'm gonna wear it then. So I'm gonna try to get a pic or something if I remember.
I'm not sure. I want to wear my shirt. Yeah, I wore it just because when I was like going to work, but I had my work jacket over it, so nobody really saw it. But it felt good to wear. I'll say that for damn sure. So look out for that on Friday. Once again, you can subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. Donate to the charity, please. Shout outs to all the people that got put under the fire by J5 and donated. Shout outs to all of y'all. Shout outs to anybody that donated before they got put to the fire. I think what is it? It is at like 7,000 now, and the goal is
we're more than halfway. I'm pretty sure we're more than halfway. I know that much. The exact number. Yeah, so we're a little over half, which is good, which is great. We gotta keep it going.
7.6K and then 5,000 for the goal, man. So tap in with that, please. I know we've been slacking on plugging it throughout the weeks, but please share and stuff like that. Yeah. That is it from us. Shout out to everybody that is a patron currently. Hopefully to see you guys on the Patreon next week. Spot callers will be out probably tomorrow. we talk about the Bash. So look out for that.
New Rewriter's Room just dropped as well. I'm gonna listen to that tomorrow when I go on my little cardio.
Yeah. So I think that is everything that we need to plug or gotta plug. So peace out, everybody. It's time to say that farewell, and peace out, everybody.